want to have the conversation about
Oh,
bonnets, or did you have something in do-rags at Tuskegee University, or did you want to bring up
oh,
something else? Because I didn't
okay.
expect my video to pop off, so I'm getting yelled at by 55-year-olds. And can I just say to all the 55-year-olds who've seen that video, seen that TikTok, and think that I give a fuck about their opinion, nigga, you're about to die in about 20 to 30 years. And I need you to understand that when you do, I'm going to find every single last one of you, and I'm pissing on your grave in front of your babies. Your 30-year-old children are going to
I
watch me shit on your casket. That is what you'll have to look forward to. I told my mom last night because I told the nigga, first off, Gramps, I don't fucking respect you. That's why I'm calling you names. Second off, don't worry. I don't have to give a fuck about your opinion because I'm going to outlive you. And so now I'm going to exercise every single day. I'm going to eat healthy because I promise you, nigga, I will outlive you. You 60-year-old, out of touch, decrepit old fuck. I hate old people. They're so out of touch. They're so, oh my God, I'm just angry again. I'm just angry again.
It's just like for me, it's just such like we keep having these like low vibrational ass conversations in the Black community for no. I'm like, bro, we're actively fighting a state from covering up a boy's death, and in the midst of this conversation, you can't wear bonnets outside again. Like, come on, this Monique ass conversation that we
It is
literally
very
have
Monique.
every year. We have it every year. I'm tired. I'm sick. I'm sick and I'm tired. I'm sick and I'm tired. You'll let a white bitch walk outside, hair wet as fuck, and a nasty ass top bun, and she is living life La Vida Loca. As she should. The moment you walk outside in a do rag, now you're throwing the Black community down 100 years. It's like these Jack and Jill ass Black people. I'm
I
tired.
can't
I'm
take them.
just
And then you when you talk about the fucking double standards that white but that they have for white people, they're always like, who brought white people into it? You nigga, they already have always been in it because the standards that you're trying to hold black people to, you are holding them to because they are white standards set up by white people that you believe that if black people upholds or stays to those standards, they will somehow be treated with more respect by a white public. Incorrect, by the way.
right.
It takes 2 fucking seconds to think about that. Me being in a skirt that goes down to my ankles like I'm Hillary fucking Clinton is not going to be make me be treated differently because I'm very obviously a black woman, a dark-skinned black
Right.
woman. So I don't even want to. I'm like irked at that. I'm like irked about that off basis. But every single one of them wants to pretend like every decision that's made exists in a vacuum. Nah, nigga. The idea of what is or isn't presentable has its backs in white supremacy. There's a reason that a couple years ago, what wasn't presentable was like you couldn't go out without straight hair in a presentable situation. There are people still saying I wouldn't have like my natural hair out on my wedding day because they don't think that that's presentable
Right.
for that situation. Like you think that the things you find unpresentable and presentable exist in a vacuum? You're a fucking idiot. You're an old idiot. And when you die, the entire race will be better for it. I'm just
It's just
I'm done.
it's just like annoying to have to keep like I was talking to my coworker and I was like, it might be time for me to deactivate my TikTok for a little while. Like I just can't I can't and it's the
I'm
same.
just
I like having I find it intriguing that there's a parallel in conversation because at the exact same time we're having this no bonds or directs conversation, the straight women of the internet are waging a war against bisexual men. It's
that's
crazy
your
to
crew.
watch.
Your crew's acting crazy. Your crew's acting
War.
insane, yo. Address your
Crazy.
fellow women.
You know what? And here's what's crazy. I've been meaning to make a TikTok about this. It's what's crazy to me is that it's like, okay, right. We reiterate it over and over. Just because we're saying you're homophobic if you don't date bi men really doesn't mean that we're saying tomorrow is you must start dating a bi man. But you have to understand that you're not dating them because you're homophobic. I mean, there's
Exactly. And
really
they're so
no
weird.
way out.
It's so weird to me. And it's because they literally cannot. They're talking about why would I want to date a man who's like been with another man? I'm like, I don't really understand what that's got to do with you if you're fucking them. Why would you date a dude who's been with a white girl if you're a black girl? I just think that maybe that does, what's going on in a different relationship, unless it's like abuse or outright like
Right.
horrific things that you need to know about probably shouldn't matter.
Doesn't have anything
I
to
mean,
do with you.
you
It's
know I don't
crazy.
understand these niggas. I don't understand the way y'all anyone approaches romantic relationships ever. I don't understand how y'all approach sexual relationships. I think everybody's weird. I think you're all neurotic. I think you're freaks. I think every single person that's ever given me a list of like things they won't do in a relationship has had some weird neurotic thing that just says I just want to control every single thing my partner does all the time and it freaks me out. But hey, I'm just saying it's weird. You're homophobic, and I don't understand what this like dancing around just saying you're homophobic was, because y'all are just
Right.
calling straight men who want to
But
wear
you know what?
bedazzles on their jeans gay. Like you are homophobic, and
But
if you even if you
you know
don't want to
why?
admit it.
They don't want to admit it because they want to have gay male friends still, right? So they don't want to say out loud that they're homophobic and fear that their tokenized gay best friend that they have, that they call like gay slurs that they're not supposed to,
Oh,
that
I
they're
was about
letting
to
get
rip
away
one.
with.
I'm always a little iffy about gay slurs because all in all, I just don't I don't bang. So it's like, can I rip
But
one?
that's not fair. You're like them. You're almost like them. Immediately into having this conversation about dating by men, I'm like, why would I want a man who takes up the butt? I'm sorry. First off, A, crazy
I
sentence.
mean,
But B,
immediate first thing they think about.
that's the first thing you
First
think
off,
of is
hey, there are straight men
disrespect.
who love taking it up the butt. I'm gonna tell you right here, right now. You think there aren't
Plenty of
straight men
straight
walking
men
around
love
being
to be
like, I need to
painted.
find me a girl who's gonna give it to me up the butt? Incorrect, babe. Wrong.
I don't
They
understand.
don't have
And
anything
then
to do
it's
with
like,
men.
okay, like they're like, well, why can't I have the preference of wanting to date other straight people? And it's like that's not the word preference means. It's against literary phrases going on. Preference means I prefer this, not if you aren't this, you should be shot with a sniper from 50 yards away. It's
But
not
I mean,
with
they
that.
are homophobic, so sometimes it does read like if you are bi man, like if you get near me, and then they're calling niggas predatory and saying people are trying
Yes,
to force them.
this
Brother,
coercion.
why does everyone act like having to take self reflection is being held at gunpoint now?
I'm going.
If you have to even question why you're doing something, even the slightest, and it causes you a little discomfort, everyone's acting like someone's trying to take them out back and put them down. No, bitch, just look within yourself for 2 fucking seconds.
It's crazy. And then it's like, okay, girl, like you do you,
But you are
right? Like you
homophobic.
don't have to date black men, or you don't have to date bi men. Like, okay, but however, comma, how can you be pissed about men dating fucking men and you're fucking men? You know what I mean? Like, I feel at core, I feel like the argument disbands. You're uncomfortable with the man. First off, sex is not the end all be all to sexual orientation. So the fact that that's immediately where you go is quite telling to
This
me. It's like if
obsession with the idea that this man's like fucking another man before them. They don't, and
man,
then they're like constantly like the idea first, the constant biphobic idea that bi people cheat on you more than other
it's crazy.
sexualities. Nigga,
First off,
go ahead.
your boyfriend that you keep running back to because you're a bird from the sky has been cheating on you every day for the last year,
Immediately what I
and
was
you
gonna say.
have straight men on the fucking paradise. Are you sick? Or the STDs and STIs. Oh, you mean your straight boyfriend who has never gotten a fucking like sex
Refuses to, and then
condition,
says,
sex ever?
condoms make my penis feel weird. And then your
Your
dumbass lets them
boyfriend
get all up in there.
Your boyfriend who you say you don't want to put your mouth on it because it tastes funny, whose dick burns every time he pees, that's the straight man you trust. But when God forbid he says he's gay, he's a bi man, and all of a sudden, oh no, he's just gay. He's just gay.
That's
It's
another
like
thing. It's this all thing.
it's being
Gay,
male centered to a different
it's
degree. It's
insane. But bi men
it's
are gay and bi women are straight. It's a constant thing. In the gay community, bi women are straight. Bi women are like they never
your
engage. It's the
relation to
constant
men is
stereotype.
always that.
You only are attracted to men.
It's
Everything
crazy.
lives and dies by your
That
attraction to men.
traffic to men.
It's
It's crazy. It's like I everything is according to man. It's
yeah.
like they're falling directly into patriarchy almost without even
Hop,
noticing. They're
skip,
like, well,
and
no,
jump into that
no
shit.
means no. No means no. That's what we're talking about. Stop dumbing shit down. Or if I'm with a man and he doesn't tell me until after he's bi or he finds out he's bi later, then that's sexual assault because I sex with him under false pretenses. Oh girl,
I
please.
mean, I
Please. It's
sometimes they start
fine.
talking and I'm like, the only thing that can save you is if someone goes back in time and beats your ass as a child. And I mean, till you're black and blue.
And again, it falls under that Dr. Umar meme. Some of you niggas gotta go to sleep
For
for
good.
good.
I was literally just editing the podcast video where you just said that like 5 times through the entire thing, and I was like, "Oh my god, we were really angry that
For
day.
good.
We were like really
For
angry."
good. There's no way out
It's a
for some of these
conversation in the queer community between like lesbians who will be like, "I don't want to date a bisexual woman," and it's like this. You're weird. I'm sorry. There are
people.
some lesbians who are just like so loserish in such a straight man way.
Oh, I'm a gold star. I'm a gold star.
I'm
I'm
a
never
gold
gonna
star lesbian. Oh,
man.
oh, oh, I'm a gold star. I'm a gold star lesbian. Oh,
We have to
oh my
put this
god,
in
I'm
some
so proud
gold.
of you. You're basing your lesbianism off of your disconnect or connection to men. You're so good. You did it good. Are you
You're so
happy now?
smart.
Like, should we
You're
jerk
so
you
smart.
off? Should we bow down to you? Should we call Ruby Rose? Like, I don't even know what we're doing anymore.
Hilarious.
I
Like I
just
all of these niggas really make me violently ill. It's like I just can't keep doing the conversation on TikTok has been so ludicrous. And then it's broken down. Let me like so since you like bi men so much, why don't you date a bi man to a straight
let
man
me
making
to
TikTok?
it. I saw that.
It's they conflated being bisexual into just being his own gender identity.
I'm like so confused. They're like, "Would you, as a straight man, date a bisexual man?" And I'm like, "Wait, but a
What?
man that doesn't date men and only dates women."
Amen.
And that's how you
It's
know
so
that we're
like
talking to fucking idiots. Like sometimes an argument pops
moron.
out from their side, and I'm like, "Oh, like you're dumb." And I'm like trying to
You're
talk
just
to you like you're
stupid.
like on a common level with me, capable of like stringing together a coherent sentence, but you are like a mouth breathing troglodyte idiot who barely passed preschool and have been
For
skirting
me, it's
by
also
off the back of No Child Left Behind since the day you dropped into school. And that if we were in a better society, a good, just society, you would not be talking to me right now. You would not
for
be
me,
talking to me.
it also is intriguing because when you say like, oh, you must be conflating being bisexual to being feminine, right? Like to see you're not attracted to a feminine man, I go, okay, like that's not crazy at all. But then it gets breaking down like further because you're like, oh, well, if they're not a feminine man, and you went up to them and talked to them and flirted with them at the bar, everything, and they're like, oh no, like I'm bi, and then you're done. That's the straw for you. And you're like, well, I'm not homophobic. It's like, no,
No, you
there's no
are.
discernible difference between a man who is bi and a man who is straight. There's zero, and from the outside, maybe a slightly cleaner man. The only thing you might perceive. I'm like, I'm not understanding how you're missing the point where you're excluding these people from your dating category on the sole
Of
precipice that
their
they are bisexual.
sexuality. Of their
Then they're
sexuality.
like,
And they're like, I'm
I'm
not
a straight
homophobic.
woman. I'm a straight woman, so I want to date other straight people. So that's not what that means.
But also
Frankly, that's not what that means.
insane. Can I just be
It's
honest? An insane thing to be like, I'm straight, so the only people I'll ever date is straight. I think that a lot of people are weird and neurotic about the way they go about dating and sex, and I think it's
crazy.
so freaky. Because you're like, I need to be like so in control of my partner that even when they are not dating me, even when they are not dating me and I'm not in their life before or after this is
Right,
all over, they cannot
right.
interact with another gender in a sexual manner at all,
It's crazy.
or I will
And then
lose my mind. And
I
it's
was
like,
also
what does that have
talking
to do
about
with
this.
you?
What does that have to do? I was also talking to this with my partner. I'm like, I can guarantee you these bitches having this conversation are bitches that turn gay when they drink. I can almost assure you these are the
Or are
same people.
obsessed with that fucking computer? Computer?
Computer, I can assure you these bitches are reading Boy Love Smut. I can assure I am I
Heated
am in the know with these.
rivalry edits in their reposts. I can pay you money. But you know, a lot of
I
them have
mean,
been black women, and sometimes I see my sisters and I
and
say, we
that's
gotta kill some
sad.
of you. Oops.
Again, some of you niggas gotta go to sleep for good. There's no way we
It's
can
so
psychologize you back.
pathetic. This whole year and the way certain black women have been popping off about fucking sparkles on niggas' jeans and dating bisexual men, I've just been like, every single day I'm positive that the only thing we can do for y'all niggas is re-education camps.
It's and then they don't they say shit and sometimes I think either you're just really bigoted or really stupid because there was a pretty while
Both
back with
are
the
usually
dash
together. It's
Yeah,
usually
but
both.
when it was like when it was bedazzled pants thing was really popping off. At the same time, that everybody was like, "Oh, I want my man to be Doughboy fresh," and I'm like, okay, the style I understand that to be a subculture of streetwear. I don't think that's what you understand it as. And to say that instead of me wanting my man to be free to express himself, to be, secure his masculinity, I want to go back in time when it was only socially acceptable for every black man you ran across to be a drug dealer. I think it's like crazy how you could like stumble, trip, and fall into that thinking process and not see how it's just
Where
white
they're like,
supremacy happening in your
actually,
brain.
no black man is allowed to express themselves outside of a hyper masculine dominant archetype that I've decided. And if they do, they're gay
It's
and they're
almost
not a real man. Okay,
it's like
babe. I guess
um,
the Ku Klux Klan exists in your brain and in your heart. There's no
you're
other
you're
explanation
right.
though.
There's no other explanation. I'm like, you guys, either you're tripping and falling into dog whistles, or you're just bigoted, and this is your time to shine.
Some people
Because
I
there's
like
no way.
some people find stereotypes and instead of going this just isn't how everyone exists. This isn't how everyone I know exists. They're like, "No, but like I think everyone should be like this. This is how everyone
It's just
should be." Like,
crazy.
can I be clear? Love me a bi man. Love me a bi man. More than
I
I've
have also
ever found
never
myself loving a
cared.
straight man.
But for me, it's like, okay, at a precipice, it's like how people are socialized. But at the same time, it's again, we're tripping and falling into this bioessentialism take.
Mhm.
It's like all these niggas are the same. I don't know if you've ever dated a bi man. You're getting almost the exact same of what you'd be getting if you were getting a straight man, except they're more accepting about
And I
about the
like and that
community.
is what is the appeal for me. Is the general
That's the
that.
appeal. But these niggas are just as likely to do all the same bad and all the same good. Nothing is gonna be different. That's why I'm like at
Nigga
the end
can't
of the
love
day,
a
I'm like,
twink.
also you niggas must again it falls back you niggas don't get bitches. Simply put, you're not dating enough men. You're not. You who have the opinion on whether or not you want to date a bi man aren't getting dates with straight men either. It's I don't know why are you trying to trick me? Because and a TikTok put this very succinctly. I've not seen a bad bitch yet say they don't want to date a bi man, so
Oh,
it looks like the point is mute. I
yeah.
said, you know what? You're right.
Okay.
If the point is mute, because the bad bitches don't care. We don't care. Why would I care? What? You fucking a man somewhere in the distance before I've gotten here or not has nothing to do with me. And you've never fucked a man, you just like how they look. Same girl. I'm supposed to tell you that's a bad idea? You think men are attractive,
Oh,
girl? What
I
about
don't think men are attractive. I don't like it's like what? You're straight. You can
right?
understand why a man's attractive. You can't understand why anyone else would think a man's attractive. Let's
What's
be
going
real
on?
here.
Let's
It's
be real.
it's such a
Also, this is not the same thing because being bi implies that you've accepted your sexuality. But black community is so homophobic that your average like straight man is not a straight man. They just cannot say that they're not a
there's
straight
so
man,
many bi
or
men
you
wandering around.
you will come at him with a pitchfork.
And then they're like, "Oh, I found out he was DL." Could he tell
The
you?
hell with
Could he
you?
could
You have
this
been
man look
supportive
you in
at
the
all.
eye and say that I also like men without you treating him like he was cuz y'all are saying if I figure out after a nigga is a nigga has forced himself on me if he's bi. If I
It's
figure out that he's
crazy.
bi and he after we've had sex, this means that he's like harassing me. He's like forced himself on me. That's not what those words
What does
mean.
that mean?
But also,
You
you wonder why niggas
willingly
always
put
hiding
them
that they
in.
like men. Oh
Right.
my
Why
god,
why
Buck.
wouldn't I hide? Why wouldn't I hide? If I when I come out, I'm gonna vitriol and panic. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
I don't understand. You breed this exact situation. You breed the DL man. There's no need for a man to be DL if it's perfectly acceptable to come out.
The
Like
DL
it's
man doesn't have a reason to exist unless he is constantly being harassed for existing as someone who is attracted to men. It's you. It's
it's you.
you. It's your
It's
fault.
It's just like crazy,
But like,
and they
can we
don't
like all
understand the
chill out?
ramifications.
Because I don't even think y'all are running into that many bi men, and if you are, send them my way.
They're not.
Send them my way. I don't fuck.
They're
I don't
not
know why
running
I'm
that many
doing
by
this.
men. That's again. That's what I'm saying. The problem. It's an internet problem. It's a problem beginning on the internet that's not reaching real life. You
Yeah.
bitches aren't talking to enough men, but men aren't walking up to you enough for you to even get
Hello,
far
I'm
enough in a
bisexual.
conversation. To know, right. That's not what the fuck is happening to you. So why are you acting like it is on the internet? It's like,
I mean,
no,
God. And then I
but
saw this bitch say, I said no. We said no, damn. Bitch, oh my God.
that
It's the
was
dumbest
me.
niggas in the world who, the moment you try to tell them to self reflect, they start acting like you personally harassing them.
I was like,
Either
no.
get out, lean out of the conversation if you can't handle it, bitch. I don't have time
Right.
for it. I
But
really don't. Everybody's
leave.
a victim the
You
moment you
don't
start
get to
saying that
talk.
what you're doing is like incredibly weird to a
Oh.
group of people.
It's just like, look, you don't get to talk for the entire community of straight women. It's because you are biphobic, homophobic, and a loser. That's not what gets to happen.
And then
You
you
don't get
can't
to just decide
cry when niggas point it
who's
out.
a loser. Right. You are a loser. Admit to you being a loser on your ones. If you're gonna be about it, at least stand on it on your ones. Don't make it all of our that you're
Everybody's like,
doing
I'm a
something.
loser. I'm a homophobic weirdo. No one can ever tell me or say that to my face. And if you do, you're being mean. You're harassing me. And it's like, well, bitch, I don't know what you want me to do. I really don't.
It's,
I really don't. I'm just tired of it. I'm
it's
tired of
probably
it.
one of, amongst one of the most annoying
It's
parts of
so insane. We just again, once again, I just gotta kill some of these niggas. I'll handle it. Don't worry.
it. We come at them with pitchforks about this out of nowhere. No, bitch. A
You brought
straight woman
it up.
made a TikTok. A straight woman made a TikTok saying that she found it disgusting that a bi man would go ask for her number. Completely out of nowhere and out of left field on her dojo.
That's
She
the
said
thing
this.
about this
Like,
conversation. I feel like it's constantly brought up by straight women who then
yes.
don't want the smoke when people say, okay, well, this makes you homophobic.
And bi men are not coming to the internet begging for straight women to date them. It's not happening. It's like
I haven't
it's
seen
again.
it. I've never seen a
I haven't
bi
seen
man
it.
start this conversation. I've never seen it. It's always a straight woman being weird on main and then being surprised that people call her out for being weird. It's like when, somebody will hop on and say some weird shit about race, a white person will say some weird sneak shit and ask a question about race that they know is like gonna get them a negative reaction. And then when they get a negative reaction, they're like, I was just asking questions.
Right.
I
It's
was
like
just,
so
everybody's
disingenuous.
black people are being so aggressive to me. I was just
People will do
asking a question.
anything to just fake attention. They'll do anything to get a few clicks on a TikTok or a comment. It's just wait. It's really you niggas need to go
It's
to
pathetic.
therapy.
It's
This is not
pathetic. And
it's
then
pathetic.
a lot of people want to be like known as the person with the hot take, the controversial opinion. You can't take the heat. You cannot take the
It's a
heat. You can't take
it's
it
a
when
parent
the being
situation
the
all over again.
yeah, it's like yeah, actually, it's very Paris. Where it's like you
Very
can't be the person with the hot take and then be like the moment someone's like your take was wrong, you start crying and spitting and throwing up. No, when people tell me my take is
no.
wrong, I tell them in my comments or whatever under whatever stitch they've made of me to kill themselves. And that is the end all be all. Do you understand what
It's
I mean?
also
Like, I don't
it's
know,
also
go to a
like
high school
maybe
debate class. I've seen niggas be
right.
brought to tears there. They still got to go back to the next debate. You got to have a backbone. You're too grown to not have a backbone and be
Also,
posting your opinions online.
have you seen this one I date white people? I feel like I'm too black.
I've seen part of it for that was Paris's video, right?
Yeah.
I've seen part of it and I just told myself I need to know less about this girl. Can I just be honest? Some people, the way they go about TikTok, I see them getting to a controversy, and I'm like, this would not happen if you just tell the internet less about yourself. And I need to know less about you. I scroll past it every single time. Anytime there's a discourse about that video, I skip it. I do not need to know that much about that girl. I do not need to psychoanalyze her self hate to this degree. I need to know less about this girl. I need
You know
to.
what? Okay.
This is me saying
Same.
this
I
to
used to think,
Paris once again because I have made a TikTok about Paris before. Once again, from a deep, real shit talk. You got to get offline with some of this shit. You
you
need to
have
get
to
offline. You are
try.
too online.
You're too online and you're too free with your thought. Some of the shit this there's being
Too
a
many
diary.
insecurities you're posting
Also,
on Maine. The only
also,
insecurities I'll post on Maine
also,
are the ones I'm okay
again,
with getting made fun of for.
I hate to quote it again, but they're talking about, oh, she's young. She's gonna go to UCLA, and she's no. I think she one of them niggas that got to go to sick for good. She's too
Oh,
far in.
you're a
Some of
you're a
this,
for good on Paris.
some of this shit she's saying, I'm like, bro, I don't know if you can
I
think
don't
your way
fuck with
out
her
of this
opinion on male sexual assault in the slightest.
at
I think she's
all.
a
That's why I'm
freak
like,
for that
there's
shit.
some of that shit that she said, like, oh, when I'm with white people, I feel too black for 'em. That you can be psychologized out of. Thinking that women do not do sexual violence, I'm unsure if you can think your way out of that one. I think she'll probably have that opinion for the rest of her life.
It's very bioessentialist, which is again
Very.
what she
And
was
it's
getting
even
smoked
crazier
for.
that she's a lesbian. Because you would assume that if you have
No,
sexual
there's some
adventure,
crazy turfy lesbians out there.
I know, but you wouldn't you assume if you were a lesbian, you would have an understanding other lesbians could commit sexual violence? You know what I mean? Like that's a
That's
crazy
fair.
that's a crazy, crazy. That's why I'm like, I don't know if she can be. That's not even a thing you can read up on. I'm sure. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you can think your way out of that. So it's like, how? First of all, how did you get to that conclusion? And how are you going to get yourself out
It
of it?
comes from
I
the
don't, and
idea
it's
that the
really
only form of like sexual violence is like penetrative by a man in a dark corner. And it's like, that's not even most forms of sexual violence. Most forms of
right.
sexual violence aren't you being tackled by some big burly man while you're walking home from work in the middle of the night. Most sexual violence is from like a nigga you know,
Right.
a friend, a
So sometimes
coworker.
I'm just like, I don't know. She just needs to get off TikTok,
She
do a
needs
lot of
to. She
learning.
seems
She
so
will do lots of
intelligent when you
learning.
first hear her talk. And that's the crazy part because it feels like sometimes I'm
Not
listening to someone
so.
talk and I'm like, you have the kind of understanding enough to go pick up a book that will help you grasp the situation better. And so I can't tell if you're choosing to be this ignorant.
But here's my thing. She sounds to me well read. She has a good vocabulary. She articulates herself well, no matter if you like the takes or right. What
Yeah.
seems to me to keep reading books, but she's not. I don't think she's getting the point of them.
It's all Angela Dorkin.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know if she's like and getting doing some real life thinking on. It's also I know that she's not well read on the shit she talks about because when people said if you're not reading feminist literature, you cannot be an authority on feminism. She's like, how are you going to tell me that the only valid way I can speak about something I read books on? I'm like, no, feminism's not.
Notes.
Feminism's not just like a thing. It's not like oh I'm a woman.
Everyone thinks it's like this
Those
vague feeling of like I can decide whatever
no
I want. No, it's like a political movement.
right
I
right
feel like
right
I'm going insane. All of you are treating it like this vague feel good mantra. We should all have equal rights. It's got like a political understanding to it. There are
understand it.
niggas who have
Right
written about it. Angela Davis. She's
right.
got some crazy takes, but Bell Hooks fucking like I don't understand. Sometimes I
It's
start
also
getting
like
frustrated and I just have to put my head
But
down.
even
I can't.
but even in reading an Angela Davis book, now you can understand, oh, she has some crazy take. There is good in there, but there's also very crazy takes once you start to read her shit. But then you have to start thinking of context. And as to when she wrote it, who she was around, you have to like do outside things, which none of these niggas can do.
That's when the context conversation's always going to get me because specifically I was talking about Malcolm X before and like there were white people who were like I I'm such a dumb fucking bitch, Leah. Do you understand me? I'm a dumb airhead bitch cuz I saw a nigga post a comment that was like, "Don't ever ask Malcolm X lovers his feelings on interracial marriage or white people." And I paused because I was like, and it was like on a leftist post. So I was like, okay,
Intriguing.
what's moving on? Okay, I'm listening to
Right.
some nigga's opinion on Malcolm X, and I'm like, wow, let's like have a conversation about how the context in which he lived in, white people were actively
Right.
like lynching people. His father was lynched by white people. Let's talk about how his like has this frustration toward the white people who were repeatedly humiliating him as he grew up. Like he just all you have to do is read his fucking autobiography to understand why he has this frustration toward white people. And then I paused because I was genuinely angry. And I was typing out something and I paused and I look up at the person's username and there's a fucking English flag in their username. And then I go to their page and they're 15 years old. So I'm
Yeah.
about to argue with a
With a
15
15-year-old
year
British.
old
Yeah.
British boy on Twitter about how Malcolm X's frustration with white people was founded on a life that was steeped in racial violence because of
Right.
Jim Crow era like violence that's constantly done upon black people. And I had to stop, pause and go, what the fuck are you doing, you dumb
Okay,
bitch?
yeah. Right.
It's like
Right. 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 Right.
nobody understands context, but also sometimes people are just too dumb to argue with. Like every single time
Right.
Paris pops up with an opinion, I'm not saying the girl's dumb. Again, I'm not saying the girl's dumb. I'm saying that
I mean,
maybe we need to take a step back and think she, at this
she's not
point,
smart for
you've
sure.
seen
That's
every
what I'm
video
saying.
she's done.
Right. We
Maybe
have the
she's
evidence.
just not the
Right.
type of person you can add to these conversations.
Right. For me, it's like, okay, we need to reevaluate. Deontay Carl's been talking about this, where he believes that intelligence will be a different class. It's like it will be like a class system. And I'm starting to really understand what he means because so I'm like, we need to reevaluate what we think smart means. Because when we were in school, smart just meant you did good on tests and you knew what answers the teacher and you were kind of quiet. That were the only requirements. We have to go back in time and think about what, like, we have to just, like, what are we going to consider in the right now? Like, for your age and your presence on the internet, what are we going to consider smart? Because, again, I think Paris has an excellent lexicon. It appears that she is comfortable speaking in public. And maybe her academic success has been fruitful. I don't know if I'm willing right now to call this woman smart at all. I don't know if I'm willing to bite the bullet
That's
and
not
say that.
ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that. I think I'll say that she is well spoken, that she has strong opinions, and that she's very willing to say them in front of people, but she does not have very thick skin. She doesn't seem to have a very strong basis for which her ideology is built off of instead of very personal situations in her own life. And she doesn't seem to take criticism well.
At all.
And in the slightest. And neither do I. I'll say that. I'll be willing to open up and say that I don't take criticism well. But every once in a while, I'll be like, man, what the fuck were you talking about in that video? And I'll delete that shit.
You know what?
It'll be
Plenty
gone
of
to
TikTok.
time.
Plenty of
Where is
TikTok
it?
to look at.
Except for those FBA niggas. I was right. Every single one of y'all is dumb as
Oh,
hell and you should kill
we were
yourselves.
right.
I was
We were
right.
right.
I was right. And then there was one bitch who got on me and was like, we didn't all decide to call ourselves African American. Bitch, I was describing what the definition of it was. I wasn't describing when the word came to existence. You dumb, boneheaded bitches. You're just so stupid. I'm sorry. We gotta move on from them. I'm gonna get angry again. Every time we bring them up, we all get so angry. And every single one of us
Can we
for
please?
the
Okay, I know you don't want to talk about it, but I'm off
because
that parent
every
shit.
time I
She
talk
needs to
about
get
it,
off the
they're
internet.
everywhere. They're everywhere. They just come in
I'm off,
swarms. I think they're stalking me.
okay.
I'm gonna find a nigga who thinks he's the great great grandson of Nat Turner popping up in my DMs again. I'm pretty sure if I unblock that nigga, I'm going to find out that he made like at least 3 more posts after I blocked him. I'm pretty sure that bitch who was like constantly making like 50 videos about me every single day, I'm pretty sure I'll look her up and she's still probably out there doing some shit. They're freaks. They're 38+ year olds with no too much time on their hands and jobs that don't pay them enough for them to feel joy every single day of their lives. In a communist society, we would put them in work camps, we would put them in re-education camps, we would force them out of their homes. It would be better for everyone and them.
Okay. I'm just gonna close off on this pair of shit. She needs to get off the internet.
Needs to,
Actually reach them, and she needs a therapist.
oh, I feel like so
It'll-
much would be better if a few people just was like, I don't need to say this online. I high key need to say this to a professional.
Yeah, yeah. But are we Native Americans not being on the Trail of Tears? Probably the craziest thing
You
I've
have to
heard.
describe it because they don't know. You have to
Okay,
describe
so
the
I
conversation that happened.
ran across this TikTok replying to a comment that said, "Look it up." We were on the Trail of Tears in regards to
African
Black
Americans.
Americans.
And I'm saying African
We,
Americans. African.
yeah,
African.
African Americans were on the Trail of Tears instead of the Native Americans. And I just cannot. I mean, it has to be one of the craziest things I've ever seen
It
someone
actually,
say.
as soon as you hit that group chat with it, me, Max, and you all three had bubbles popping up at the exact same time to chat. It was the crazy, it was immediate. It was immediate. And it's crazier as a history major
What
to be
the
looked in
fuck?
the eye and told absolute bullshit, and I have to be like, no, you're like wrong, and you didn't even go to. A nigga came to me once and was like, I have a bachelor's degree in psychology and communications, and I was like, what the fuck does that have to do with history?
It goes back to I'm the great great grandson of Nat Turner.
That was the
Why
same
the
nigga.
fuck does that make you an authority on this conversation?
Just cause, oh, I mean, oh my god, I feel, oh my god, but the idea that black people, you can't even snatch the concept of being a Native American from Native Americans who have already lost so much. You can't just take their
I mean,
entire
we're that.
designation. You then have to go and you didn't even get Trail of Teared. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What is wrong?
Your mic is gone.
No!
Again, okay, again, right? Because again, also me being a person is I can't be real to these people because I am both black and native. So I don't think they
Yes.
think I don't know where how they think I came about.
Queen
But
shit, rep your shit. Rep your shit.
it's like okay, we're not up. We're not up in the slightest. Niggas is on the reservation without drinking water.
Yeah, I'm
So
kind of
what
having a trying to figure out what's to be gained from claiming this idea of being Native Americans. Can I be honest? Native Americans get fucked. If we're talking about groups of people shafted in America like no other, every Native Americans, it's like, oh my god, we fucked them as a society, as a country, as a nation. Every
I think
single
we
president,
posted it.
including Obama.
Everybody has gone out of their way to make being a Native American in this country worse every year. Every year. So what
Every
is it to be
single.
gained by claiming that you're Native? And what is it to be gained? I don't even
But
put it on
also,
documentation.
it requires such a vague and unnatural. We were literally talking about this, about how they kind of don't understand history outside of like
I don't know.
5 major points of it. And so they don't they like have a sliding scale that constantly have these events like interacting with each other, even if they were like decades away from each other.
Right.
And it's like they'll like, what did the dude brought up, like the bombing of or the destruction of Black Wall Street
Right.
in connection with
Right.
the Trail of
Right.
Tears,
That
which
they're
doesn't make
right.
any fucking
Because look
sense.
up Black Wall Street. We natives were on the Trail of Tears. Huh? Those are two completely different ideals that you're talking about right now.
Two, I
I mean,
mean,
it's
on
not even
separate, not
connecting
even
them.
close to each other in
No,
time period, in scale, in anything. The idea of connecting these two things outside of like through white supremacy and how America destroys enclaves of like human beings in their lives.
it's crazy.
It's almost schizophrenic to try and connect these two ideas.
It's the same for me because it's like in order for us to get to the point where we can have Black Wall Street, the Trail of Tears needs to have happened a while ago. Because the entire inception of this country mostly begins at the
I'm
Trail of
gonna
Tears.
go look up specific dates. You wanna know? It's so crazy to be a history major because I actually am so bad at remembering specific dates. Can I be quite
I
frank?
mean, yeah,
I mean, it beats my ass. I can tell you about something pretty well. You ask me what day it happened, like what day and year. I'm like,
I don't know.
please don't ask me these things. My rote memory is terrible. Okay,
But
so
it's
the Trail of Tears happened between 1830 and 1850. They got the AI overview calling this shit a tragedy. That's how horrific the Trail of
horrific.
Tears was.
Right.
The AI is calling it a tragedy. But okay, and then We got Black Wall Street being destroyed, and I was right. I was like literally saying it doesn't make sense because one was in the 1800s and one was in the 1920s,
What?
but I didn't want
Right.
to fucking shoot the gun. Literally in 1921.
It's like I have no
I'm too
idea
loud.
how they connected these two places. I just for the love of me, I cannot understand how they got from point A to point
Crack
B. And
rock.
frankly, it is
It is
upsetting
connected by
because
a
it's
crack
so
pipe.
it's upsetting because it's so like annoying. But again, it's also another thing of okay, being a Black American is a tragic in and of itself, right? To have us come over here to be in slavery, to then be free, to then have to go to Jim Crow laws to get to this point,
Horrific. A
horrific. And it's
terrible
all right,
scar in humanity. Chattel slavery was
horrific.
probably one of the most horrific things that we as humans have done. It's like this destruction of an entire group of people's connection with their homeland. It scatters people across like South America, North America, the Caribbeans, and it destroys these native populations along with it. We see the mass genocide of native people in every single part of the like new world, which is most of the
Yeah.
Central, North, South America, and the Caribbean. It is horrific. It is the rape, the mass like slaughter, the it's one of the most disgusting things to ever happen. But I can tell you, man, it was a big business. They documented that shit, and they didn't feel
Yes.
bad about it either. They wrote
At
down what
all.
it cost to make to feed the
Abraham
slaves.
Lincoln didn't feel bad. It's
No,
like
he didn't
people
give a fuck about the slave.
fuck.
Come
He
on,
didn't give a fuck.
come on.
And that's what's upsetting is that not only is this a very well documented event in time and history, we fought wars about this shit. I mean, this shit is not like it came out of nowhere and they were hiding it away and
And then
we
they're
can't
asking,
connect it
"Oh,
to
where are the slave ships? Where are the wooden boats from the 1800s?" I
the
don't know, man.
1800s.
Can we put two and two together? Can we?
It's like
Can we
it's almost
add?
like asking it's
Also,
almost like asking for the skeletons of slaves. It's like I don't understand what you're asking me.
like, are
Because for
you
me,
asking me? Like, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm so frustrated. It
no,
frustrates
no.
us both so much. We
It's just so annoying because it's also like, okay, the Trail of Tears horrific. I don't think they don't really teach it well in most schools. I was lucky to go to a predominantly like Black
yeah, we I'd
middle school that
argue.
had books that had the
Yeah,
information.
we
Trail
went
of
to very
Tears,
woke schools. We
yes,
I'd
which was
argue. So we got
very
good with that.
fundamental. We got very good with it. But it was like, it's not a thing of money. My book school was in the middle of the hood with no funding. Okay. It's not hard. It's just not happening because they don't want you to know. But they were like decapitating like men and women's heads and throwing them like soccer balls and cutting off boobs and using them as like baseballs and eating children and raping people and bringing disease over in blankets. The Trail of Tears
Is
was
horrific. It is the most
absolutely
it is again,
horrific.
it's a horrific note in American history. It is like describing it in the modern day. It's like almost I hate saying cartoonishly evil because sometimes I feel like I'm making a joke, but the idea of like the horrific torture you have to put a group of people through to create the
Torture.
Trail of Tears.
Taking people
Trail of
from
Tears.
one place in America and bringing them to a completely different
Where they
land. They
can't
don't know the
farm,
geography, don't know how to farm. Different
removing them
tribes,
from their
bringing
historic
all
lands,
different tribes of people together who were
the
not in
place
peacetime.
destroying where the places where their families are buried, where their connection is to, where their gods are represented, to just move them willy fucking nilly to places that
Out of
have
nowhere.
less of an ability to sustain life in
And
every
then after
possible
that,
way.
right? Once you wipe out a large, but you do a genocide, you wipe out a large part of most history of every tribe that we have, right? You kill elders, you kill
You
children,
don't
you
even
have hope.
recognize like most of them. There's so many
No,
tribes today that just aren't technically tribes. That they just don't exist as a
they're just
recorded
gone.
entity. It's very
They're just
I'll just
gone.
say it. It's very colonialist of like the
Very.
FBAs to be like, no, but that's us. It's very like I'm a Cherokee
Well,
princess.
it's like again. It's like okay, we know we can't really trace our time back in Africa well because it's been literal centuries. We
Centuries.
created our own culture. African Americans have
And I
created our
don't
own culture,
diss anyone
and
for
we are
that.
content with it. We're content. We love the culture that we made here. Native Americans.
Have a
My
whole
family
different
is still
thing.
on the reservations. Can't half these people can't speak the language without our traditional gold and card clothing, without our main and natural food sources for each tribe. gone to the point where people literally think natives don't exist anymore. Like an
Yeah.
entire race of people pooped
White.
off the planet.
It's insane. But it's also like I'm a Pan Africanist, right? But I'm also like I'm not gonna live and die by the idea that like I'm from Ghana, I'm from Kenya. No, I'm
Right,
not. I'm from like
right,
if the furthest I'll go back is that my great grandma she came up from Mississippi through the Great Migration to Chicago, and I will rep Chicago. And if you ask me, I'll be like, I guess my family's
right.
from the South, but I'm never gonna be like, oh, like I need to go back to the motherland to like live and
No,
die, and like I need to get the blood test to figure out what part. That's not my culture anymore to that degree. I'll just
no,
say. I'm
it's
proud of
not.
being African American. I'm proud of the culture that was built through that separation, that diaspora, whatever. But to be like, this didn't happen. To straight up
It's
say,
insane.
we actually were always here. I mean, it's the type of
It's
delusion. You
crazy.
want to know my favorite thing that they'll say? My favorite thing that they'll say is that they'll say that Native Americans can't be from America because they have no, separate thing. My favorite thing they'll say is that whenever an African American gets a blood test, because whenever they do, they'll get like a list of like African tribes or like African
Mhm.
countries they have ties back to, and it'll be like Ghana, Kenya. It's like it's like mostly
Yep.
West Africa, East Africa, whatever. Fuck it. That's just how it's gonna be. It's a jumble. It
Mhm.
just is what it is. 20% white is the average. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
And then they'll be like, you're using white man science. Of course, they're lying to you. Hey guys, you've
And
had
then
so much
it's
time to make science that'll prove
right
you're right, and you haven't been able to do it. I'm starting to
into
think it can't be proven.
here's
It's
the
like how
thing.
flat
There's
earthers keep trying,
always gonna
treat
be
proving that the earth is round by
yes,
accident.
yes, yes. For me, it's like okay, at core, it's like, okay, if you want to adopt that understanding, because natives don't believe in blood quantum either. They're like the how much blood ties you to where you're supposed to be from doesn't matter any. It matters if you made an attempt to connect to culture. That that makes the difference. But that's not what you're saying. You're saying, oh, here is what is telling me that I'm 100% from Nigeria or something. I'm 75% from Nigeria, and these are my markers. You're like, oh no, that's wrong. What? Oh, I'm 20. Oh, you're not 20% white. How could you be 20% white? Oh, I don't know how. If a white slave master raped your
let's
great grandma for centuries, I can understand as to how you could be
let's
20%
think about
black.
like a history of sexual violence against Black Americans.
I can see why. I can see how even once you were freed from slavery, you were a sharecropper, the same thing was happening. I can see how after that we were in a Jim Crow era South. I can see that it makes no. I am not confused in the slightest bit as to why every African American you see is probably 20% white and 5% Native American. It's not
It's not
confusing at
very
all.
difficult. It's not, but also I think the like African Americans, it's just like it's gonna always be that jumble. It's always gonna be that mixture. Honestly, America, you get to America, you're kind of just gonna start getting shuffled and shit. It's kind of it's kind of like a main part of our shit. We shuffle shit. We're
We
very
shall
it's crazy. It is very melting pot because eventually everybody just starts being vaguely mixed raced. It's quite
But it's just,
fascinating.
I was talking to my coworker. He's from Ireland. His wife, him and his wife just had a baby. She's a Mexican from Wisconsin. That's what America's about, sweetie. Mixing shit. You would never find that type of person outside
But
of
also,
America.
you ask the niggas, do you have a geneticist? Like, do you have a degree in genetics? Do you have a degree in anthropology? Do you have a degree in history or anything? Have you gone to dig sites? Have you done any actual studies? Have they been, like, looked over by a group of your peers to prove that you're right? And they'll be like,
Right.
no, of course not.
No.
I'm going off vibes and live streams. They'll be like, look at our live streams. That's our book!
Again, it's like right. And I was watching Dr. Taylor. He won the Deontay College. A couple of points I'm going to talk about in there later on. But
Mm.
the beginning of it, they were saying like people who believe that the moon landing is fake, which we all talk about this eventually, and people who think that the Earth is flat.
You know I'm
In
irked by
order to
that,
have
too.
extraordinary claims, you need extraordinary evidence. You cannot come to me and say, "Well, this podcast said." No, no. You're telling me that America launched a decades-old lie, a smear campaign against our
That the
space race.
USSR and every other country just went along with for some fucking reason. You gotta bring me proof. You've got to. I
You
cannot
have
just
to.
pretend and agree with you. You've got to bring me something that's not a
You have
podcast
to.
or a TikTok
It's
live
also like
stream. And they
explain
can't.
how any person who's ever worked at NASA, they've gone to sign this NDA, and no one has ever been a whistleblower.
No one?
Everybody's just going to
No,
no.
thousands of
That's the
people
way
are
the
involved in
world.
this, and there's
The
not a single
CIA
person.
has whistleblowers. CIA operatives train spies whistleblow, and you're telling me that the average Joe gets a job at NASA and they're not
Nothing.
fucking
Hush,
leaking
hush.
the
Shut the
fucking
fuck
moon
up.
landing with
Really?
fake
Really?
the moon landing that
Really?
happened in the midst of the Cold War against maybe one of the most hating ass group of niggas of all time, the SSR, and they let that shit
And they were
fly.
allowed to hate. They were right to hate. We were
Like,
fucking around and doing fuck all. But why would they be not trying to disprove us every single day of their fucking. You're telling me when the
yeah.
USSR fell and then Russia was still an active enemy to us, they weren't going to pull that shit out of the archives and be like, yo, you didn't make it. You didn't win the space race, nigga. Pop that shit.
And you think they would have kept that secret on until now? We're fighting tooth and nail with fucking Iran, and you think they wouldn't have gotten hold to that information? These are some of the craziest niggas on face.
Like,
You think
it's
Saudi
like
Arabia
Israel would have leaked that shit today. Not even
today?
today. They would have leaked it as soon as they knew. And nothing's come out.
It wouldn't even been
Nothing.
like
Have
for
you
me to call
seen
it
we gotta
secret.
talk about Hospira pussy popping girl. Have you seen pussy popping Hospira? Leah, come back to the mic. We have to talk about the pussy popping Hospira. Leah, Leah, we have to Leah, we have to discuss the pussy popping Hospira.
Okay,
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I have to wait. Have you actually not seen the pussy
I've not
popping
seen it.
Hospira?
I have.
Leah!
I'm so excited.
Oh my god, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm not gonna. I don't. I never. I never put the things up. I'm about to send you the craziest video you're about to see in your life, and I need you to be ready.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. But
No,
also,
it's
okay,
a
before we
roll
watch it,
of pictures. You finish. You finish what you're saying. I'm sending it to the group chat.
it's also just like these niggas that believe that the earth is okay. You have to give me grace. But my sister,
It's
there was
calling
like
you.
a branch of time she was trying to convince me the earth was flat. And
Wait, wait.
I
You've got
remember
to stop telling
I
me
sent
these
her
things about your family.
I sent her so much. Sent her just articles. And it got to the point where I was like, I have to stop or else I'll never be able to speak to you.
It
I
is
was like,
when
I'm
you
gonna say something
learn.
unforgivable about to you. I'm gonna say something and you'll never forget. So I have to stop.
My mom with Chris Brown, I cannot argue with her. I just have to pretend like I don't remember it sometimes. And then I
Oh, right. It's
do,
like
and I'm like,
information
oh,
that
I
I'm
do
trying to
think less of you because of
get.
this.
Right. And it's
But it
also like,
is
okay, it's intriguing to me, right? Because we have photographic evidence for every other planet in our solar system. No other planet is flat. No other planet. Do you, on a science to gravity to magnet, like to magnet to pull to anything to any metric that you try to use, it would make no sense for the Earth to be flat. If for you to be able to fly, if he's flown across the world, for you to be able to fly from America and get all the way to Japan and be able not, and that's when you get on a telescope and see the Sears Tower.
like,
I'm like,
explain it to me. Explain how it
God,
makes sense to you. It's like if you're telling me, if you're looking me in the eye and saying that there has been a century long plot to stop African Americans from knowing that they are actually Native Americans. And every single person who has ever done anthropology, every single African American studies major, every single person who has
you're
ever
not
studied African American history, has ever looked into the transatlantic slave trade, every single one of them, every Brazilian,
why,
d- doesn't exist.
why?
Because, mind you, Brazilians and African Americans and people from the Caribbean, all in the same boat. If you're going to look me in the eye and say that this shit didn't happen, this heavily documented event in history didn't happen, you have to bring me the type of proof that is so airtight, like you can't squeeze a penny through that shit.
Without a shadow of a doubt, you
Like,
need to give me. I still don't have the picture.
I know it like didn't send. I'm so sad. I need this Hasbro to send so bad.
But it's like you need to give me the type of evidence that it's like to me, and people think this is crazy. I don't have the same amount of evidence to believe in a God. Unless that nigga plucked himself down, and once I'd seen him come from the sky and levitate to the ground and hit my brain and give me secrets to the earth. It's the only time in which I could ever accept that there was a God, and
And
I don't
even
have the
then,
exact same
would
amount
I
of
be
proof.
worshiping that nigga? I cannot
No,
say. I cannot
but
say.
at least to believe that he was real, that's what I would need. I
Yeah.
need that type
I'm a
of
bitch who
stone cold.
lives and dies by proof. I'm very annoying. I'm very like I cannot do things off faith or wanting to believe. I need proof. Have you oh you I'm assuming it's hit your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you scroll through those pictures. You tell me your how that makes you feel.
What if I? Why is she in this post?
And then I have to send you and then did you see the video? You have to watch the video. You have to press play on the video.
There's a video attached to it. I only have the just the link to X.
Well, yeah, go to the link to X, click on the link to X. There's a video that they're
Right.
responding to underneath like that's underneath those pictures of her with her cooter like trying to escape her leggings. Wildcat needs to be free.
What the fuck? It's like every one of these films you say the craziest thing you could possibly have bought.
I don't know what you're
Okay,
talking.
he's free
I
go
don't know what
around.
you're talking about. Wow. Yeah, it's like it's pushing against her leggings and it wants to escape so bad. And then she's got her toes out in some of them. That's elite level gooner shit. Where you're like, I can't just
Oh,
have the pussy print with the legs spread. I have to have the toes on display as well. Okay, girl, like goon goon uh, goon politics have gotten insane. I wonder. Oh no. Okay, maybe I'll cut this bit out.
and
I
an
want to see how
IMG effect,
uncomfortable it is to actually sit in a
sixty-five thousand
way
dollars.
that allows Cooter. This is not.
She blames it on an account. The whores realize they could get more attention grifting on the right than the left. They don't even know what they're talking about. They just repeat things that they think is going to give them attention. The beginning with the whores is so crazy.
The whore. I think I got that from a conservative source more than a liberal one. They are talking about goonologics. She she's delivering 2010
I
talking points while Cooter mogging.
understand
Don't play, hate the player, hate the game. They're not wrong.
and
Cooter
that's
mog.
unfortunate.
I have been
You and the
Cooter
IMG
mogged.
set
We're
and
not
the
showing Cooter.
late wrong. I
We're not popping Cooter.
what
I'm not. My underarms aren't shaved.
fuck are we talking about?
Every
I
time I
just
get on here, I'm bummy as fuck, and that's why we've only got 7 views. And she's Cooter mogging us with her views.
and she gonna take it every time. She gonna have to.
And if that's what it takes, Cooter mog me, girl. Toes out, just on screen toes, so that they will pay. Like this cannot
That's
be.
fine. And it's not comfortable. This is not a
No,
comfortable
she's like sitting. I'm glad you tried it because I tried it as well. She said,
girl. That's not comfortable, girl.
"No, we can't do that. We can't. We gotta be better."
We have to. We have to be better. That's probably the funniest shit I've ever. I love politics so much. It's so crazy. It's so asinine.
I mean, this is like this is when it's funny, it really does hit.
I really think when it's funny,
Because
it's so good.
this getting Cooter mogging the leftoids who believe that what's happening in Palestine is a genocide. Also, this is too far. Israel, come on. Doing genocide apologia with a girl popping her pussy on screen. Can we be I don't even know. I'm like so it's like funny, but also I'm so deeply disgusted. Like, I'm so
I mean, only because
deeply
it's so
icked.
insane. They hit like a level of like again,
Low. I mean, they
again.
do this a lot though. They're like, look at our hot IDF soldier. Look at our
Oh
hot
yeah,
Nazi. Look at how hot our Nazi is.
it's
And it's
because
like,
people are willing
okay.
to forgive people if they're attractive. Also, it's again with the FBA niggas. It makes me. There is no parallel to Israel and Gaza to here. To America and Native. And I think you reposted the video, but it being like when I'm making fun of Israel and then I have to like stop because we are
No, everybody's like, Israel is controlling our government. Baby, that's little bro. We're
us.
that's like saying that I'm controlling my mother. Nah,
It's like,
babe.
babe,
We're big sister general. You got
right?
like respect it. Understand it.
Respect,
We are the
respect the game,
problem.
right?
Britain
I'm like,
and Britain, British niggas. That's y'all literally that came from your balls. That is your child. That's
you,
your spawn.
Hitler,
Your little
Hitler,
Hitler
got
running around
in,
like crazy.
inspired. Hitler got inspired by the way that America is.
Hitler was
And you think
inspired by America, and you think what? We're
I
just
know,
letting
girl,
our little and they're like, oh, why are we letting Israel drag us into a war? Letting us.
right?
Letting
Girl,
us. Baby, that's our child.
what?
If any day we go into that room and say stop jumping on that motherfucking bed and spank their ass, they stop jumping on that motherfucking bed. Nothing
Girl,
they're
that's
doing is
us.
just without the green light of the
No,
American, maybe not the public, because the public and they'll be the public does not fuck with it. But the government, please, can we come on,
please,
come on, come on.
please,
Let's
please.
be serious.
Come
We are
on,
the
come
bad
on,
guys.
guys, come on.
Israel GPT wouldn't exist without American GPT. Do you understand? Spiritually Israeli doesn't exist without actually American. It's all
It's
actually American.
yeah. I'm like,
Shitty
guys,
techno
no,
music. The only thing we've got is
it's
better
all
cultural exports because apparently those niggas can't play an instrument to save their lives.
plays a
All the shit
lie.
they export is shit. My goodness. And it's crazy because Jewish people in America can make heat. Is it like being in a horrific apartheid state that makes you so bad at being
When
human and expressing
when
human
you're
emotion?
hateful on the inside, it tends to go to the
I don't think
outside.
so because Jared Leto's been in a few good movies. You see that shit about him? He's got
I think
accusations
a
popping
few.
out, like
I
actual
think a
ones, and it was
few.
confusing for me because I assumed he already like he had like a sex cult, right? He was already
Yeah,
in trouble for being a sex freak, but apparently he's
they
now got
all
even
are.
more
Nobody
sex freak
cares.
accusations, which is crazy
Or
to
like
me.
all the Hades they've ever hired to play fucking Hades in Hades Town for Broadway.
They're all
All
sex
sexy.
freaks, all of
All
them.
sexy.
That can't.
Just like in
Oh
freaking
my god! After a certain point, can I be honest? How do you find that many? How do you find that many? Is it
It's
like
like
every
Hades
nigga with a
doesn't
deep
have to be the
baritone
devil
voice?
now. Hades doesn't have to be the devil now. He's just kind of like the caretaker of the
Nigga,
underworld. He doesn't
nigga in the
have to be
underground, they're like,
Satan.
we gotta find R. Kelly.
Like,
We were gonna get out. We had to get somebody, but for some reason they wouldn't let R. Kelly out. So,
right, it's like, what is going on over there, guys? Or they
oh,
gotta
Chris
look
Brown's going to
fucking
jail.
yes,
He's going to
celebration.
prison.
Going to prison. And all you rotted bitches that tried to
Oh,
pay his bail going to his concerts have failed.
woo! Lordy, 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 lordy. I do believe there might be a God. Look up at the sky.
There
Hold
is
up.
some salvation.
I turn my head, Lord, if Chris Brown goes to jail, I truly will believe in you. Like you have to
Oh,
understand, man, I hate that nigga. Look me in
I
the eye
hate
when
it.
I say that. I hate that nigga.
You got a cute too,
I
that Kendrick Lamar.
hate
I
that
hate the way you talk.
nigga. I
The
hate the
way
way
you
that you
dress.
talk. I hate the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate that you are how old is that nigga? Like 50? And you still trying
Probably
to
so.
play
Probably
this sexy
45.
shit. You're not sexy. You look like somebody's old, decrepit father trying to break it down for his mother. And every old, oh my God, again, that generation of black elders. What the,
They're doomed.
oh,
They're doomed. They're doomed. The only
that's our
savior I have
elders.
The only savior I have is my mom. Says she's this is both a good and bad. But she said that she cannot watch the regular news anymore because they talk about Donald Trump.
She can't watch.
So
Oh,
she is only willing to watch news put on by black people. So she's only willing to watch Mark on Hill and shit. But she's only willing. And I said, you know what? I'm not gonna stop you.
I'll take it.
frankly,
I'll
frankly,
take it.
I'm just gonna let you keep doing that.
Because your mama be listening to. I was scared because your mama be listening to them AI stories.
She do.
She do. They got her.
And this one, it's so many good topics today. This is also what I meant to talk about because on Deontay Kyle's podcast, right? Dr. Taylor and that other guy, I don't remember his name. I'm sorry, but he's like an
Ugh.
AI strategy. Apparently, he just explains the way AI works to other people.
Okay.
And
How much he makes? Like $500K a year, probably. Just
yeah,
doing that.
and he was saying that he was like Deontay was like, so what are you guys' opinions on the fact that people hate AI, basically? And they were like, well, it's not gonna go anywhere. So I was taking the stance of just trying to learn the most I can about it, and I hope that.
That's what's annoying me so much about the conversation around AI, where it's just like, well, we can't stop it, so I guess we must. Every single person who's like promoting AI is like, I use it every single day. It thinks for me. It's my
Right.
best friend. Or,
Right.
oh, we got to bring somebody else into it. Have you seen the Kim Kardashian clip? Where she talks about how AI repeatedly, with Keke Palmer, who is just so consistently at the scene of the crime. I mean,
She's
sometimes I just love Keke Palmer so much I have to pretend like she doesn't exist outside of her movies.
she's one of those people for me. Truly, I love her, but she's always at the scene of a crazy controversy.
And I mean consistently. She's always at the scene of the crime. But she's talking to and she's finally, Kim Kardashian's been trying to pass the California bar, which is one of the hardest bars in the country. And I'm trying to study for my LSAT right now, girl. I ain't gonna diss you for that. Everyone's like, she's a fucking idiot. I'm like, it's hard. Stop. Wait, it's like really hard. But no, she's like, I think she's finally tapped out after like her final like, it's not happening, girl. I think she's finally like, it's not happening. But she says to Keke Palmer, ChatGPT is like my friend because I'll like take pictures of the questions I get wrong and I'll have them explain it to me, and then I'll be like, well, look, you explained it wrong to me. You're why I failed. And she'll like, and the ChatGPT will like gaslight me. And it's like a toxic friendship. And the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, like she's like a genius, I think. Because I think she's trying to make people upset. And if she's not, no, there's two sides to this, which is, I think Kim Kardashian might be a little sociopathic. Because she is either the dumbest human being to ever exist, or she has played the caricature of the dumbest human being to ever exist for decades. And I don't know which makes me more scared. I genuinely don't.
Here's what I'll say. There's a lot to be said about Kim Kardashian.
A lot.
But she knows how to play an audience.
Yeah.
And these niggas trip and fall into it every time.
Every
She has
time.
never failed to piss people off to the point of making money. Never. So
And so what I will say,
I don't believe this. That's not what Kim Kardashian is intensity of her multi-million-dollar.
that's what I'm saying. But also it is terrifying because it's like, is she? I think I'd like if it's one thing if Kim Kardashian is like the dumbest human alive that she portrays herself to be. It's another thing completely to be like, but I am not the dumbest human being alive. But I will consistently, every time I'm in front of a camera, try my hardest to make it so that everyone thinks I am. I don't know, something about that's so much scarier. Something's a little scary about that. It's like it's got a tinge to it. I'm like, oh, you're like a crazy person.
Oh, girl, she's not a bad actor. You're stupid.
You're falling into something there. She's got like a demon in her heart, bro.
Oh, she's a monster.
All the Kardashians, everyone's trying to like find a moral stand that they take. Baby, you're trying to find the moral backbone of a McDonald's. That's not how it works. They believe and they worship at the altar of capitalism. They follow the money. They follow the money. They don't have any moral code outside of that. You have to accept that.
There's people that are more annoying. Like, I think that we're having a conversation with Kim or Chloe. Courtney, me and her can never talk. I think she goes beyond acting. I think that she truly is just.
You're like, she's actually dumb.
Yeah, not even just dumb. I think she just sucks to talk to.
Very
Like,
vapid, which a lot of celebrities are. I think is the issue. You don't have a
it's
lot of
very
friction in that life. I think, and I
no,
don't know if how much of a conversation I can hold with someone who is like not stressing about their bills, because to a
right.
degree, like you just need to get real problems. You need a
But
real problem. You know what I'm saying? And
you
then I
see the
can
problem.
respect Kim for like she does seem to like genuinely care about like prisons, like her prison
Right, no, she
shit.
has there's good amongst the evil,
She's got like
but I
little
wish
blips.
people
What was that?
yes,
What was
I wish
that
people
Pepsi commercial that one of them pulled out in? I can never remember. They all named. They all have a K name. They all have the like almost identical voices. They are separate. They all have like identical hairstyles at certain points in their life. They all have identical levels of plastic surgery done. They are
I think
separated
I
by
think
names alone in my head, and I cannot remember the names. I genuinely cannot.
I know what they all are. I think Pepsi's Kendall, isn't it? Kendall's the model,
Pepsi was a
the really
crazy
tall.
choice. Can we just all agree that that is the type of decision? I don't even think that was a like I'm trying to play a character of stupid. I think that was just like I'm stupid. That like I'm dumb. I'm not all there. Like niggas are like you gotta stop killing black people, and then they're like, and we're the police. A part of like we're gonna literally shoot at you. We're gonna spray pepper spray in your eyes. Understand this. And then they're like, we can all get along if we just pull out a
He's
Pepsi.
not even wrong. You know
Pepsi.
what? You know what's her Super Bowl ad of her terrible because he's promoting a gambling site. But her being like, I date all the pro athletes, and then once I'm done dating them, they all suck at their sport. So next time I get in a relationship, bet on him immediately. It would stop. Basically, like insider
They're
trading.
very aware of how people view them.
This is
I'd
an
argue.
ad. This is an
Yeah,
ad. I'm like, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
you're funny. You got a little taste, do you? Okay.
That's crazy. So when it comes to the topic of them, I'm like, they're not even something to talk about. I'm like, if you don't know what's going on there,
Quite
you're
frankly,
a
the only thing
villain.
I have is like, who is the one who's got who is promoting the pervert glasses? I don't fuck with her. I don't fuck with
Kylie.
so much of what they promote all the time, and that's another thing. It's like you're like, oh my god, the fashion girlies are like falling for this. Why are they promoting these pervert glasses? Well, because they're bad people.
They're bad.
I mean, yeah.
But it's
You're
like
trying to
they're
figure out a word. It's just like she's a bad person,
bad.
and she doesn't
But it's
have
also like they're
morals.
freaking the average man because market. Uh, our friend making your comments being like, I like them for like translating purposes and headphone purposes.
Nigga,
Bitch,
every time Mark pops up, he's having an argument with me that I can't even be bothered to start.
the fact that you didn't reply was so killer. For me,
You'll get
it's
a
like,
reply
girl,
if you're saying something worthy of note. You'll get a reply. You know how many people I had in my comments saying the same thing? I've already responded to one dude who was like, "Oh, I use it for like my headphones," and I'm like sitting there. I'm like, "You bought
oh, headphones
$500
aren't real.
glasses so you could listen to music when you already own headphones? Are you the
You're
most cattle-brained sheep
you're
to
a
ever
pervert.
exist?
You're a pervert and a coward, and you should die
You're a
that way.
pervert and a
Again,
coward."
here's my thing. Here's my thing, right? There was a TikTok of a girl being like, "Oh, I called this dude cute at the club," and then I seen that he was wearing meta glasses when I was scrolling through Instagram, and he had like joked that I called him cute, and I'm like,
You shouldn't
if
be
I'm
able to
in
do
the
that.
club,
I'm sorry. You shouldn't be able to do that. It's
you
so
shouldn't be able to do
annoying.
that.
There has to be like rules now. You cannot come into the club with these stupid shits on. Like you cannot. It's so creepy. It's so weird. It's like participating in our own constant surveillance state. We've already got
Later.
flock cameras going up everywhere around this country. And then, everybody's always, and it's a main thing, right? About like Gen Z being scared to like live life because it's always like you could be recorded at any point
Mhm,
or time and be mocked and humiliated online without
mhm.
anything you can do to stop it. But to be like, and now you can't even see when people are doing it. And now they
Right.
could be
For
doing
me,
it with
it's
their
like
glasses. Hidden cameras.
it's just an excuse. It's just an excuse that they use for the AI. Some podcast I was watching, it's just like, oh yeah, like you're being monitored all the time anyway. It's like, but that's not. Why are we adding words to a bad
Why
problem?
are
I'm like,
you
oh,
okay with being a part of like this system? It's like, yeah, there's flock cameras on every street. I hate that. Yeah, they're probably listening through me through my fucking phone. Okay, they're tracking what I do online. As my fellow human, as my person to person, you are putting on glasses and you're going, well, now I'm a part of this too. I'm
right. It's
choosing
like
to work to be a part of this surveillance state. $500 to just be a creep weirdo everywhere you go.
it's crazy. And for me, it's just like, okay, I haven't just again. Deontay Carl was like, if you're willing to wear these glasses, you're willing to fucking wear a wire. You're willing to wear a wire. There's no way that
You're willing
you're
to
like,
wear a wire and you're willing to pay money to get like I've said it. If you are
yeah,
willing to buy these glasses just because Kylie Jenner wore these glasses, you are willing to like buy a dog with rabies cuz that bitch does. And I can't respect you the same as a human because you're gullible. You're the kind of gullible where we put you in a home so that someone can look after you so you don't make decisions that aren't good for you. You're
it's
not
just
smart, you're
so
dumb.
crazy.
You're not
For me,
intelligent.
like, it's like, yeah, girl, you're willing to do great evil. If a billionaire can tell you that $500 is a chip off your shoulder for glasses, you're
Use your
more
phone. This is another thing, right? Am I crazy or is it not hard to take out my phone and press record? I just did it. It's on the front fucking screen. Yeah, that's too
but
hard. You can't hold. Are we
you
literally
don't
devolving
understand,
that
Lanaya.
much?
You don't understand, Lanaya. If I pulled up my phone, you know I was recording you.
If
And
I
I don't
had on
want you
my
to know.
GoPro, you'd avoid my creepy red pill podcast, bro, aura from a mile away. I have to put the creep glasses on. I have to.
There's also something so anti-human to be watching a video from someone else's eyes. I don't feel comfortable watching
I don't
Meta
want to do that.
AI glass videos because I'm like, bro, why am I shouldn't be seeing from your peel. No, that's not the way I should be viewing the world. It's
Mm-mm,
like
mm-mm,
I
mm-mm.
understand why people are so comfortable with it. If I don't want to be walked up to by a man and I'm already like on the off and ends about it, and not only am I being walked up to by a man, now I have to worry that his glasses are fake and that he's
And
wearing
he's
spy.
recording you to post you on like Instagram Reels so like a group of
That's the best.
13-year-old boys can
Actually,
humiliate you.
you know what's better? Instagram Reels should be the better option. At least I can go out in style. If you are putting me on some like weird porn site, that's my job done. You deep fake me. This is it. There's something I can do. If I'm looked up, if my face is looked up, if I'm put through a background check, that's gonna pop up against my will.
And everybody's just so willing to just give up so much command of our lives over to these fuckers. No, no, you shouldn't have to worry about if there's that's like, can we just talk about how if you told someone 10 years ago that sometimes a nigga could walk up to you with a hidden camera recording everything you do and say, and you can't say or do anything to stop them, you know how immediately that person would be branded a fucking weirdo? Why
Yes.
are we pretending like it's not weird? Why are we pretending like it's not creepy? Everyone's just like giving ground. Every day it's just more ground given to the most horrifically degraded humans of society, which are San Francisco tech bros. Every single fucking day we're giving more and more to these antisocial fucking freaks who live in their like offices and don't interact with real humans. And I refuse. I'm saying this as an asocial freak who cannot hold a conversation. You cannot allow the weirdest people in society to get this much ground about how we interact with each other.
Yeah.
They're ruining it. They're ruining it.
It's like I don't know. It's like it's like we already went a step in the wrong direction. I think once Uber became a regular thing to do, once you could like put like a 13-year-old in a car with a complete stranger and hope that they make it to their destination, we were already in a bad spot. You know what I mean? Like I think
We were like, let's
every day
Uber
we
instead
that
of like transport. Like, let's not get public transportation. We do Ubers, we do taxis, we do like 50 other fucking things to like refuse to ever make it easier for anyone to go around this fucking country ever.
it's that we keep just handing over things that make it more dangerous to live. We keep just like being like, guys, it's all right.
Let's get Waymos on public streets where children and pedestrians walk and exist. And when they falter and they fucking kill someone, who's to blame? Because no one's in the Waymo car.
Right. It's also like I had a Tesla for my prom send off, but my brother drove it. It wasn't like we had the Tesla drive us to prom.
That would be
But during that,
terrifying.
before that time, it was like a rash of time where model like people were getting in Teslas for their prom send offs and fucking dying. Like the car would like fucking speed up and hit like a curb and fucking kill both
Yeah.
all the
And then
kids in
they
the
like
car.
lock the doors, they trap you inside, you burn alive.
Yeah. Yes. And also, here's the thing. I had a Model X. I didn't want it. I wanted a G Wagon, and that was sold out. And my brother was like, "Well, the Model X was better anyway because you can what?" It's like I just can't.
Can I
I'm
make
like
a controversial opinion? If you are an able-bodied human being, we have automated life so that you just don't need anymore. To a degree that if you ask for any more, I know that you are lazy as fuck, a treat the right animal willing to buy anything from anyone, or the easiest human being to scam in the world. You do not need any more automation. If you can walk,
We're acting
see,
like
hear,
automation is
and interact with the world in like a very neurotypical way, you do not need any more automation. If we are
no.
automating workplaces so that it is easier. We do not fucking fire people. Automate so that
So
it's easier for the workers there. Automate so that it is easier for human beings as a collective to get around, not cars, like public transportation, you idiots. Because I know it's hard for you to interact with people who you might think are poor, but like, please. Or you automate life so that it's easier for people with disabilities to get around and exist. Outside of that, if you are Kelsey, walking around, you're like in New York, you can pick up a phone and record your day in my life vlog, you dumb bitch. If you are Todd and you want to be a creep to women in nightlife, pick up the phone. Record them so
yeah,
that they know you're coming. And if you can't do that,
right,
I hope people deck your asses in the face. You deserve it.
right.
You deserve it.
Just like
Maybe you'll get
we're
some
acting
actual
like
problems in your
the things
life.
that we automated are useful. Like the automated fucking sinks in the bathroom piss me off every day.
Oh my,
It's
do you
never
know that
been
they
a day that's
actually
not
like
been that.
statistically see black people less? Like it is
Yes.
harder for them to see black people. And I knew that door had a lock on it, and everybody was trying to tell me that. It was crazy.
It's like it's out of fucking hand dryers in the bathroom, automated doors that barely ever work. It's like this. It's shit that's being automated
You
that
can't
it's not even
pull. I
making
mean,
life
I understand
more
automated
efficient,
doors because
but
again,
they don't work. Having an automated door that only works 50% of the time is almost like having one that's not there.
that's
It's
fair.
almost you would get 100% retention rate if you just hired a doorman. Like it's like I can't.
Everything's got to be like automated to the point of being like, I mean, actually more annoying. And it's all got our subscription service that you have to sign
Yes,
into, and then
the
everything's got a fucking
Teslas.
app. I had to get an app to turn my Sony headphones on. Fuck you. They're headphones. Fuck. They are Bluetooth headphones. Fuck you. I have to
It's
get
so
an app for
so annoying.
everything. I have an app for T-Mobile. I have an app for my bank. I have an app for CapCut that I do this shit on. I have an
Yes.
app for everything. I have an app for my home cameras. I need an app for my Wi-Fi extenders. I need an app for some fucking reason for my like watch that I'm using. It's like a Fitbit. You're a smartwatch. You're on my wrist. What more do
Mhm.
you need from me?
What
Everything
more do you
needs an
need?
app. Your
It's
fucking toaster needs an app and a subscription
it's
service
so
for twenty
it's
nine
so
dollars a
annoying.
month. I'm
It's so
spiraling. I
annoying. I'm
can't
so
take it
tired.
anymore. It's not even
In my brother's
easier. It's
car,
harder.
and I understand this is a safety measure, but it's a safety measure that's basically failing because you get distracted anyway. But in my brother's car, if you're in motion, you can't touch the screen. So you have to use this like knob. And everything that's in his car is on the screen. So there's barely anything that's textile other than like seat warmers.
I
And
hate
there are some cars who have taken away that ability and now everything is no. So my
the
next car I
iPad in
decided,
cars. You need to be decked in the
yes,
face.
I decided my next car would have a car that has all buttons. Everything will be textile because I cannot live like this
I like your
anymore. Or when
textile.
I go to get in my car, and sometimes it's just won't connect to my phone because my car has Wi-Fi, so it can't just connect to the Bluetooth. Bluetooth, no. And my car decides randomly that it doesn't want to connect to my phone for the Wi-Fi purposes. I can't use it, and then I can see the Wi-Fi option in my phone for my car, but I don't know the code.
Wait,
So
what?
it's just I don't know the code. When I connected my phone to my car, it gave my phone the code, but not Leah.
Ah.
So if I go to click the Wi-Fi, it'll be like, "What's the code?" And I'm like, "Girl, I don't know." To my own car. It's not any of the
Oh,
manuals,
so we're like
nowhere.
in hell already. Okay, good. Okay, good.
It's
I
like
like that. I like that. I like
the
that I
devices
can
are
finally
just talking
understand
to
that.
each other. Just completely talking to each other without talking to you. It's like I can't. I can't
Everything
keep
we
up.
automate just makes it more useless, more frustrating, less like those fucking robocalls when I'm talking on the phone with someone and I'm trying to set up something for my goddamn bank or my dentist office or anything and I'm just like, "Can I please talk to a human cuz you've got like 5 phrases you understand and none of them are what I need."
Right.
And it's just constant.
You
Can I
know,
talk to an operator? Operator, 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 operator. Because I'm going to stay here longer trying to guide your
yes.
little Wally to act like a human than if I just talk to a human.
But I think the only place that has figured out AI is Wendy's, considering they have like the AI cashier. But there's still a cashier there, so I don't know why. I think it's just like a couple of $1 billion Wendy's just spends extra because it's not like they're getting rid
Well,
of the person at the window
they're prepping it so that eventually they'll be able to fire those people.
eventually. But that's like the only automated device I've ever
If we're
spoken to
lucky, the
that's
bubble will
here.
pop before that has to become an issue. God, and when that bubble pops, I mean, you think the American economy is
Man,
fucked now. I
it's
mean,
gonna be bad.
oh my
And
God.
people are like, "Your job's gonna be taken by AI." I'm like, "Girl, I don't know who you start
Your
talking
job.
about,
Is AI gonna
but
do
again,
chest compressions?
yeah. If you think your AI is gonna go to the top of an apartment building and scoop a nigga from the floor and take him all the way down via the stairs, you're wrong. So
And
your
that's
job is
okay.
fucked.
But if you were trying to find a way to get robots to do a job that was that
They're
important,
trying,
I can see that. If you're saying, like, there are AIs they're trying to get to test for cancer cells early. Okay.
which makes sense. That
Okay.
makes
But
sense.
now you're fucking dumping these data centers in every neighborhood from top to bottom. I told you, showed you those signs in my neighborhood
Mhm.
where I'm like, oh, they're trying to get one here too in my neighborhood.
That
And I'm like, okay, like, it's just all
to,
around you. You
to
can't fucking
forever
escape it. You
fuck your
can't
drinking water.
escape it. And we already have a lead problem, they've told us. And I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because it freaks me out too much. I don't think we actually have a lead problem. I think we might have had a lead problem. I don't think we actually have one. But, you know, every single
Just think
fucking
about
pipe in
it.
a predominantly black area, you always have to worry about lead for some fucking.
Yes.
It's always the black areas for some reason. Lead doesn't go to the white areas. I'm not quite sure why. I can't figure it out.
For
But
for me, it's
it's
like
just you
also
can't
like
escape
people are
it.
like, oh, like the meat industry uses a lot of water too. Right? Meat gives me food to eat for sustenance and protein.
Well, I don't eat meat, but
Right. Not anymore.
and even
But I'm
then,
like,
climate activists are
you
talking about how we have to have a conversation about the sheer amount of meat we're producing, and if
right.
that's realistic, if we want to like still be able to exist on this earth.
But what you're saying is, oh, I'm gonna add a third thing that we don't need at all to steal your active drinking water next to your house. No, girl, that's not the same.
Cow
And for you to try to
farts
act like it's the same,
result
it's
in like a
ludicrous.
cow you can eat that produces milk, skin that you can turn into like leather, bones that you can use for like gelatin, fat, and all that. Your AI data center produces what exactly? Kirk
Right.
Kirk edits? Kirk
What does
edits,
he give me that I
shitty
didn't have
ass
before?
Studio Ghibli AI art that nobody gives a fuck about, a
And
Tyler
then it's
music
like,
video that
okay,
everybody hates. Did you see Tyler's music video?
I did.
Well, I don't know what we're gonna do, man. I don't know
Here's
what we're
my
gonna
thing.
do.
I don't see it. My thing about it, my thing is like, okay, I hate that people be purposely obtuse because when I say AI, I know AI just means artificial intelligence, and there are many things that are artificially intelligent that we do need and that do actively help us in society. I know this, right? When I say AI, you know what I'm talking about. You know I'm
I'm
talking about
talking about you.
ChatGPT,
Do you
and
need me
you
to
know
call
you're
it a
talking about
learning
generative
language
AI.
model? Your
Yes.
LLM? Your fucking bullshit?
You know what I'm talking about. Do not be facetious with me because you know that what you're trying to hook to me is not right. You know it. So don't try to like act like it's something else that is not. Like you know it's fucked up. And also, I just I was a kid before we had ChatGPT. I wrote a plethora of articles and a plethora of pages looking up sources on Google and having to verify them. It's a good thing that you are forced to write a bibliography. It's
It's
important.
good for your brain.
It's important. And I know it's annoying to write a 5 paragraph bibliography with the source and everybody who's ever collaborated on it. I know that's annoying. That you have once you're done with the essay, oh well you use 7 sources, now you have to write 7 paragraphs. I know that's annoying, but it's the way in which people learn to like actively look for things and not to just it's
Exactly.
important that when you were in computer class and your computer teacher was like, oh, go find an article on basketballs and give me a summary of the article. And when you turned it in, he said, "Oh, you're failing because you copy and pasted it." It's important that you learn that lesson first.
It's I mean, it's so it's so important to like understanding how to like parse out what is or isn't like real, how to create an argument, how to develop language skills, how to develop grammar skills, that you go through all the annoying, terrible parts. I like writing essays because I don't get out much, but it is important that you like have to do difficult things. And everyone's like, I don't want to do difficult things though. And it's like, well, I guess if it means that like Roger doesn't have to write his essay on the Trail of Tears, I guess we can have no more drinking water.
Right.
If
It's
that's what
like,
it is. I guess like a small have you heard the noise that people are showing
yeah,
that comes off those things when you live next to them?
yes.
I mean, I'd go insane. Just
Oh yeah.
constant and unending. You cannot find peace or quiet. I like living in cities. Just a droning noise over and over again. I mean, it's inhuman. It's genuinely inhuman to make people live like that. And we're just like, you know
It's just
what? We're gonna do it. Even if and they're like people are fighting these. They're like, we don't want it in our neighborhood. We don't want it to like affect our lives. We don't want it. And they're like, well, fuck you. It doesn't matter what you want. It
right.
doesn't it's getting forced on all of us and everyone's saying we don't really want this and everyone and they're all just saying well fuck you we got to do it. Why? Because we like how are we going to keep this bubble from popping?
Right. It's just like it's every day is just really something. And also like I want Donald Trump dead too. I do. I think he's like gonna die. I think he's gonna finish his presidency. With that being said, every day people being like today's the day. It's not.
It's not.
Unfortunately,
He's going
we
to
will
die
have the
after
day
his
for
presidency. Watch this bullshit. Watch this clip. Watch
I
this
mean like
space.
if
If you want to if you're like a time when I'm going to get truly blackout drunk, that'll be it. That'll be that'll get me there.
it's like it's not possible for here's the thing. The man is sundowning, and even if he doesn't die soon, he has lost a lot of cognitive and motor function. That's simple. It's simple that they don't care. And it's simple that their test run for keeping a man alive, even though he's very clearly dead, is Mitch McConnell. It's very clear that that's what's happening. It's very clear that in order to distract us from Mitch McConnell actively being dead and still collecting government money, Lindsey Graham just died suddenly out of nowhere. You know, all of that's
I
very
love how they're
intriguing.
like still
That's
like, no, Mitch is alive. Mitch is alive. Does this mean that we lost our bet? I don't think so.
I don't think so because I think he's been dead, and they're just telling us otherwise. You did not talk to fucking Mitch McConnell 20 minutes ago. You didn't. So I just
You
did
seen
you
that
see
picture
the
of
video
him
of
in the
that
hospital
came
with
out?
the the button-up
Yes,
flannel
and
shirt?
all the first off in a fucking button up in the hospital, and then all the fucking ICU nurses being like, "Girl, why do you have a paper charting system on the bed?"
Like, do you think we're
That
dumb? Do you
fucking
think we're
AI.
stupid? But like, okay,
You
man,
think I'm
whatever.
fucking stupid?
You know, at this point, I think everyone's evil and bad. I know you're looking at the group chat right now. Everything's evil and bad. Everyone's lying to me all the time. Fine. I'll just let you have this one. I guess. I guess he's still alive. I guess. I guess
Right,
he's
I guess
still alive.
he's alive. He is still fucking cooking then. I guess everything is just okay and just should be then. I just get
Why would
so
the 80-year-old be dead? Why would the 80-year-old who suddenly collapsed on the ground unresponsive be dead? What? Gone? Did you see Trump say Lindsey Graham was gone too soon? Nigga, he was in his 70s. He was here too long.
frankly, I'm just I'm done with all these niggas to be honest. I think that's what we're coming down to. I really just don't have the heart to care about any of these people. Oh, well, okay.
The world
Well, that was
is.
a riveting podcast of a lot of complaining and but
Do
really what
we do
else could you
anything
expect
else
at
on
this
this
point?
podcast?
You know, at this point, like if you've made it to this episode of this podcast, you should know the program by now.
The world's doomed. Everything's dying. I think I'm an Afro pessimist. I think I'm an everything pessimist. I think I'm a doomer. I don't think the world can improve, and I think that we're going towards
you know what?
the
I hit nihilism
extinction.
a long time ago.
Nihilism, and I feel like an idiot. I feel like a Reddit atheist, but sometimes I'm just like, I guess I'll just wake up and go through the next day. Cause what else? What else is
Right.
there? But that's
There's
not even the
nothing to
point. That's not even the point. You guys have a
um,
good rest of your day. It's Formula One. Break time, summer break. But if you are a Lewis Hamilton
yeah, and
fan,
don't
you
worry,
saw
guys.
that Hungarian Grand Prix. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't know.
There'll
Let's
be
not even
plenty
talk
of
about
time
it.
for me to complain about football coming up.
She
I'm
will. She
excited.
loves her football. But you know what's crazy? Formula One season basically lasts like the whole year, so I'll still be talking about this in like,
It don't
I'll
make
be talking
me
about
feel
this for a minute. They go so long. I don't even know how they have time to find wives and girlfriends. I'd be like, ugh.
they're cheating on. Anyway, um,
Okay. Anyways, bye bye.